Breaking news, you're looking live here in Pomona. This is the end of a pursuit. That white Kia there came to a halt there in a neighborhood. The suspect took off running. You can see police there on the scene. People are there walking around the street. So we're a little unclear as to the status of the suspect. This was a very dangerous pursuit. High speed there on surface streets and freeway. Yeah, we got some video from a few moments ago of the pursuit. You can see the vehicle here clips the back of one vehicle, kept on driving real high speeds through the streets of Pomona. Also was on the 60 freeway earlier. This began in West Covina with the West Covina Police Department. And now the search is on for this suspect. And it does not appear like this suspect is in custody, at least not yet. So you see all the different law enforcement that is there looking for this individual. We are going to keep an eye on this. Hopefully there's a resolution to this soon, and we will bring it back when we get that. In the meantime, we do have other news tonight. We begin with 9/11. Tomorrow marks 20 years since the terror attacks that shook the nation. We thank you for being with us. I'm Christine Devine.
I'm Alex Michelson. Memorial ceremonies will be taking place across the country starting in just a few hours.
Take a look live at Ground Zero where the biggest ceremony will take place. Families will read the names of their loved ones who perished. Ed Lasco's joining us live with the story of a local firefighter who was there at the scene after 9/11 doing the rescue efforts. Ed.
And you're right about that, Christine. Lots of memories and emotions being stirred up on this night before 9/11. Check it here at LAX. The giant pylons now glowing red, white, and blue. A glowing memorial to what happened 2 decades ago. As you may remember, 3 of the 4 jetliners turned in the missiles on that fateful day, headed here to LAX. And then, as we've been talking about, the LA County firefighter who's sharing his memories of rushing off to Ground Zero 2 decades ago. Listen to his story.
Still to this day, it doesn't seem real. Like sometimes I think, I'm going to wake up at some point and this never happened. Yeah, it was 20 years. It's hard to process right now.
Hard to process, he says, even after 20 long years.
Just talking about it with you, and there's things that come up that you don't know you remember, and then all of a sudden we're right back there working at the pile. It's something I don't really want to control because there are emotions that go along with it.
The emotions for engineer Kevin Halverson still fresh. He and 3 other LA County firemen all flew at their own expense to New York City, wanting to help any way they can in the recovery effort, but all their training never ever prepared them for the horror they found at Ground Zero.
It was overwhelming, this is the destruction of, and seeing it in person and actually being there.
Kevin remembers digging through the rubble, the silence when human remains were found, and there's even something else he still remembers.
I don't even know what it was, but there was this smell. I don't know. It was just one of those things that just struck me.
From the smell to the sight and even the sounds of Ground Zero. It's all something this veteran LA County firefighter with almost 30 years on the job knows he will never forget.
I mean, you don't want to remember, but you have to remember. And these, like we talked about earlier, it's never forget. What the sacrifices that everyone made.
Now live, LA County Fire will never forget holding their own in-house private services tomorrow to commemorate their fallen brothers who lost their lives when the Twin Towers collapsed. Here at LAX, several moments of silence planned tomorrow. The first hitting at exactly 5:46 in the morning. The TSA checkpoints, they will all stand quiet. That's the exact moment the first jet slammed into the North Tower 20 years ago. For an hour live, Los Angeles International, back to both of you.
All right, Ed, very moving there. We are airing a live special edition of Good Day LA tomorrow morning to commemorate 20 years since the attacks. Our coverage starts at 6 a.m. on our sister station, KCOP Channel 13.